If you want to learn how to make subtitles that do this, stick around because I'll be showing you guys that in this tutorial. I'm going to start off by getting a button. We're going to need an event sender, an event definition, event receiver. We're going to configure the event definition. We're going to name it message. Then we're going to scroll down to add new property. We're going to name the first one text. The type will be a string. We're going to add property. The next one will be typing speed. We're going to change that to a float. Then we're going to click add property. Then the last one will be a subtitle duration. And we're going to make that a float as well. And we're going to add property. Your event definition should look like this now. Now we're going to configure the event sender. We're going to click on message. And we're going to change this target to player. And we're going to configure the event receiver and change it to message. Change this text to whatever you want it to be. For right now, I'm just going to do subscribe. The best typing speed to me is 0.055. And the subtitle duration will be 3. So you have 3 seconds to read the subtitle after it's done typing out. We're going to wire the target player to the player on the button. And we're going to wire press to the input of the event sender. Now we're going to need a sound effects. We're going to configure the circuit board, scroll down and click on delete all board content. We're going to configure the actual component. We're going to change the sound to click. You can change the volume to like 2. And we're going to unsync it. Now we're going to need an integer variable. We're going to configure it and change it to typing. Then we're going to wire the input of that integer variable to the output of the event receiver. Then we're going to need a string length. We're going to wire the purple value to the text on the event receiver. Then we're going to clone this integer variable. We're going to get an add chip. We're going to get a string substring. We're going to get delay. We're going to get a player show subtitle. We're going to get a sound effects play. We're going to get an if chip. And then we're going to get a greater than. So now we wire the output of the string length to the B value on the greater than. Then we're going to wire the A value on the greater than to the output of the second integer variable. Then we're going to wire that input of the integer variable to the output of add. Then we're going to wire the input of the add, the top value, to the output of the typing integer variable. Then we're going to configure and change the second value to 1. Then we're going to get the output of the integer variable. We're going to wire that to length on the substring, and the string purple value will be wired up to the text on the event receiver. And the output of that string substring will go to the subtitle on the player show subtitle. On the delay, the after delay will go to the input of the player show subtitle, and the output of the player show subtitle will go up to the input of the typing integer variable. The top integer variable output will go down to this input of the delay, as well as the else on the if chip is going to the input of delay. Then we're going to wire the delay seconds on the delay to typing speed on the event receiver, and the subtitle duration will be wired up to the duration on the player show subtitle. The output of the sound effects play will go to the input of if. The condition on the if chip will wire up to the result on the greater than. The output of the bottom integer variable will wire up to the input of the sound effects play. Then the target of the sound effects play go to the sound effects component. We're going to do one more configuration, which is on this sound effects component. I'm going to click the interrupt current sound on the sound effects. Now, if I were to click this button, it should show your message and it should type it out. And that was the tutorial on how to make a typing subtitle in Rec Room using CV2. See you guys in the next tutorial. And this is my profile. Subscribe.